Like, Logan, we've been trying to find out who sent us going overboard for years, and we can't figure it out.
Well, that case has gone pretty much cold, and I mean, we haven't had much luck finding clues for it or anything.
Well, it's a good thing I bought the new Clue Finder 6000 Max for only 3 payments of $19.99 plus shipping and handling.
Hopefully it'll help.
Wow, man, like, that Amazon 2-day shipping's no joke.
That's not Amazon.
Zoinks.
I don't know why, but I think there's something in here that leads to us figuring out this mystery.
Well, like, open it up, man. Stop. Like, what if it's fragile?
It's a disc, I guess you're right. Greatest film ever. If you meddling kids hope to escape, review this film or suffer your fate.
What does that mean? I don't understand. I can't read.
I don't know. I mean, first off, they don't even really like rhyme. Secondly, I think it wants us to review the movie and figure out why it's good.
You're correct.
Zoinks, like, I don't like spooky detached voices, man.
Seth, it is just a speaker, you cheese man, dick cheese, cheddar boy.
If you hope to find out who I am, you must watch these films and explain why they're so incredible.
So you're gonna force us to agree with your opinion? That's not very PC of you.
Look, man, just watch the movie and review it, alright? Damn.
I don't know, man. Like, I think we should listen to him.
Alright, fine. Let's get into it.
He did it! He did it! He said the thing! Guys, he said it! He said it!
Alright. Let's see what we got here. Scooby-Doo?
Like Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo, Chan?
Scooby-Doo.
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 Yeah, 10-4, we got a Scooby-Doo on the scene.
Scooby-Doo. Alright, there's no way we're going to find out who this guy is. There's no way we're going to find any good points in this movie.
Like, I don't know, man. I think it'll be easier than we think.
Maybe you're right. I haven't seen this movie in years, so maybe it'll be better in retrospect. Maybe I was wrong.
Like, yeah, man. Scooby-Doo is a great live-action adaptation for many reasons. For one, it's very cartoonish, without it being too cartoonish, unlike many of its live-action competitors. It's very funny, like, really, really funny. Ultimately accumulating into Scooby-Doo 1 being the better film.
That was oddly specific. Who are you talking to?
What are you talking about, man?
Never mind, I guess. Let's just get into it. Alright, so here's the thing about making a live-action adaptation of a cartoon. You make the characters cartoonish to a certain extent.
Yeah, man, like, the way they do it in this movie is totally groovy.
Yeah, all of the characters participate in the cartoonish actions and not just the CGI character.
Unlike some old man Withers-ass films like Yogi Bear and Woody Woodpecker, hashtag epic dad grill fail, Scooby-Doo manages to make the real characters feel like cartoons and the cartoon characters feel real.
Honestly, the types of people that watch those other movies, according to my research, had the IQ of a washed-up actor who's really looking for a paycheck.
Like, yeah, man, in the Yogi Bear movie, the Ranger's all like, "We're in financial debt, Yogi." And Yogi Bear's all like, "Ah!"
Or like in the second movie, when all of the characters fall in the trapdoor and they all fall at different times, which could also just be Matthew Lillard's latent potential abilities.
Yeah, man, or like in the first one, when they're all hiding in the suits of armor, and nobody even notices them, even though they're like 5 bologna sandwiches away.
God, I fucking hate bologna, dude. Are you fucking who the fuck eats bologna? Like, all I've ever seen is fucking kindergartners eat bologna, and that's it. Like, with their little fucking brown paper bags that their mom packed them, with the fucking bologna sandwich with the crust cut off. Who the fuck likes bologna? What even is that shit? What animal does it come from? Who goes to the fucking bologna farm and cuts up these animals and makes fucking bologna slices? Like, have you ever seen a grown adult person eat fucking bologna? No, you haven't. Nobody ever does. Who the fuck likes it? It's fucking horrible. God!
I like bologna, Logan. Logan!
Huh?
I love bologna. Like, are you okay, man? You were talking about bologna in your sleep.
Yeah, I blacked out, I guess. Let's just get on with it. Just get on with it.
Anyways, these cartoonish qualities really do something to help the characters develop.
Yeah, like they take the cartoonish tropes from the TV show and they use those to develop them into more defined characters.
Like, yeah, in the first movie, after they all split up, they come back with their tropes changed into something new and different.
Like Daphne, she's tired of being a damsel in distress, so she becomes a black belt. Fred, who's normally an idiot, writes a book about success.
Yeah, and the way they do that makes these characters feel much more real.
Yeah, but they still take those cartoonish qualities and those tropes and develop, but they stay something that we love. Like in the first movie, when Fred is a complete and total fucking moron and believes that Scooby-Doo is actually an old lady when everybody's like, it's Scooby. Very Fred of him.
Or like when Scooby and Shaggy are eating bologna sandwiches.
Uh-huh. Anyways, these films do an excellent job making the characters feel like cartoon characters. But they also make the world feel like a cartoon.
What the fuck does that mean?
Well, my bitch-ass friend, it means that they take the tropes, the cartoon set, and they play to those tropes.
Oh, so you mean like it's self-aware?
Yeah. Like right off the bat in the first one. They unmask the ghost and it's Old Man Withers.
Or when, like, they're gonna go into that spooky-ass castle, and then Shaggy's like, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen.
We're not gonna do it.
And then it does, because those are all cliches used in the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
Like how everybody in the world despises Scrappy-Doo, so they made him the antagonist of a film. Now, if that shit ain't meta, I don't know what is, bro.
They knew what they were doing. They were playing 4D chess.
Yeah, totally. Real cool. Good job. Next topic.
Like, bro, it's really funny.
Yeah, bro. It's really fun.
Like, my guy, it's so funny.
Like, even today, as an adult, that shit still has me mad chuckling, bro.
It's clever and it's well timed, and of course it has that hidden adult humor.
And then there's the jokes that just over time have kind of evolved into being funny, because now they're like memes or shit posts.
Like when Sugar Gay shows up.
Fucking choke your fucking face.
Zoinks, like, I said Sugar Ray, man!
Yeah, or like when Melvin Dew shows up. What an absolute banger of a meme. And I mean, just come on, look at this guy. He's just a national treasure.
God, that's so hot.
And then we get to the adult humor, and boy, there's a lot of it.
Yeah, man, like, and there's like this shot right at the beginning of the first one, and it's just Daphne's upskirt, and it's like, whoa!
Yeah. Ooh. And that scene is immediately followed by 2 dick jokes, a wee joke, and a butthole joke.
Yeah, like, they just really shoot their goo with the adult humor right out of the at the beginning. And I feel like that's something a lot of kids' movies do, but it's a little different for this one because they have an audience of every age group.
That's the thing. When you have a show that is as iconic and has been around as long as Scooby-Doo, you're bound to have fans from every age range, and that's insane. And that's why I feel like those adult jokes don't feel quite the same as they do as in other kids' movies.
Yeah, man, like, these movies feel like they're for everyone. Anyone of any age can enjoy these movies for what they are. A fun and hilarious take on a classic cartoon.
Yeah, I mean, and not to mention that these jokes are just actually really good jokes. Like, they're well timed and they're funny and they're well thought out.
Yeah, and they're so clever too. Like, there's the one scene where Fred is reading his own book and looking at it so intently, like he's never read it before.
Yeah, and there's like an insanely diverse amount of humor in this thing. Like, it's so long. I got a list. Prop humor, body humor, like fart things, wordplay, slapstick, you name it. Scooby-Doo's got it, man.
There's nothing there. Anyway, when I grow up, I want to be like the writers of these films, James Gunn.
Yeah. Minus the recent cancellation and resurgence. That was kind of a rough situation.
Okay, well, anyways, we should move on to the next bit.
Moving
because
on.
this-
Moving on!
It's getting kind of risque.
Moving on!
We need to solve the mystery, Logan.
Moving on! You don't have to convince me. I already said moving on. You don't have to keep going. When I say moving on, we're moving on. You understand?
Moving on. And now, this point doesn't have a ton of merit, but it does aid in helping to prove that Scooby-Doo is the greatest film adaptation of all time.
Yeah. Scooby-Doo 1 is way better than Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed.
Now, this is in no way saying that Scooby-Doo 2 is a bad movie. It's still very good, very funny, and has a lot of the same quality that the first film does.
It's just not quite as put together as the first one. I mean, the writing is way better, the character development is way better, and the villain is a lot better. And that's something that's important. It, like, has more build-up and payoff, and is just more compelling as a villain.
Yeah, the villain just kind of falls flat. It doesn't really feel like a Scooby-Doo villain.
Yeah, and I think the fact that everyone is a main character is really interesting. I think that's very satisfying in a team-based movie that everyone gets focus.
Yeah, and in the first movie, they all have their own arcs and they all develop. And they say those developed characters into the second movie. And the second movie doesn't focus on all the characters. They focus on Shaggy and Scooby and sloppily focus on Velma.
Yeah. And I think the saving qualities of the second one really are that it's still really funny and that Matthew Lillard is the perfect Shaggy. No one will ever be as perfect a fit for Shaggy as Mr. Lillard.
Yeah, man, like, not even me, man.
Yeah. Not even you.
Fuck!
All right, we reviewed the movie.
I don't know, man. This thing's kind of stupid.
Congratulations! You've correctly completed all of my challenges.
All right, who are you? And what the fuck is the point of this? Like, who sends people movies like this? Random movies, random B movies. Hold, that background looks familiar.
Like what, man?
I think I know where he is, and I think I know who he is.
Like where?
The broadcast is coming from inside the house.
What the hell? How'd you guys get in here?
We live here, dipshit!
No, stay back. No, no!
If my hunch is correct, the real man behind the mask is Biff Allie?
What?
Biff McGee from Phantom Journeys!
Yeah, it was me, and I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you punk-ass soy boy liberal cucks and your stupid stone alien Al.
Like, holy shit, man, we finally know who sent us Adam Sandler's Going Overboard! Like, how'd you know it was him?
Simple, really. As a big fan of Phantom Journeys, I knew that only Biff McGee would have the drive and inspiration as a film student / meme lord to send us such a film, but the lack of effort to actually set up a good plot for us to figure out who he was.
Damn, that's some fourth wall-tastic shit!
Why'd you do it, Biff?
Well, I had an assignment for class, and it was to review a film, and I just kind of, didn't feel like doing it, you feel me?
Man, that's like really lazy. What are you, like a stoner or something?
No, just lazy.
You could have just paid us to do it. I mean, instead of setting up this whole elaborate thing and being in our house without us knowing, I got kids, bro. I was scared. What the fuck?
Yeah, man, we're like strapped for cash in these hard times.
All right, let's go. Let's get you out of my house. Come on, let's go. Out, out, out. I don't want to see you. I don't want to be anywhere near you. Just get out of my house.
Alright, I'm gonna fuck with you, bro.
All right, fine. It's fine.
Stay safe.
That was so.
That was weird, yeah.